The atmosphere was tense, the storm approaching rapidly. Vanessa's unease grew as the crowd's murmurs turned into shouts of concern. Vanessa stood backstage, her heart pounding like a drum solo. The stage lights felt hot, even from behind the curtain. Tonight was the annual town talent show, and Vanessa was singing It Wasn't Her Dream, but it made her mama happy. "Vanessa," a voice called, "you're on next." Vanessa took a deep breath. She could do this. It was just a song. As she walked onto the stage, the crowd disappeared in a blur of faces. The music started, and Vanessa began to sing, but something was wrong. The air felt heavy, the lights flickering. A low rumble shook the ground. Vanessa stopped singing, a prickle of unease crawling up her spine.
The sky, once a clear summer blue, had turned a sickly shade of green. The wind picked up, whipping through the festival grounds, scattering napkins and overturning chairs. People cried out, scrambling for cover as the first raindrops began to fall. The storm, arriving with terrifying speed, sent the crowd into a panicked frenzy. Vanessa's heart pounded in her chest, a drumbeat of fear drowning out the sounds of the storm. Where was her grandfather? He had promised to come watch her sing. He was supposed to be sitting right there in the front row. She scanned the fleeing crowd, her eyes searching for his familiar face. "Grandpa!" Vanessa screamed, her voice lost in the wind. She pushed through the panicked crowd, her fear growing with every passing second. The rain came down harder now, drenching her clothes and stinging her eyes. Where was he? He couldn't be caught in this, not with his heart condition.
The chaos intensified, and Vanessa's desperation grew. She had to find her grandfather before it was too late.
Vanessa woke with a gasp, her heart still racing. She sat up in bed, disoriented, the remnants of the nightmare clinging to her like cobwebs. The storm, the panicked crowd, the fear of losing her grandfather, it had all felt so real. She took a deep breath, trying to calm her pounding heart. Sunlight streamed through her bedroom window, painting warm stripes on the wall. The sounds of birdsong and distant traffic filtered in from the street below. Everything seemed normal, peaceful. It had been just a dream, a cruel trick of her subconscious. Vanessa swung her legs over the side of the bed, the hardwood floor cool against her bare feet. She could still feel the phantom fear in her chest, the echo of the storm. Shaking off the lingering unease, she went to the window, taking a deep breath of the fresh morning air.
The morning light brought a sense of relief, but the dream had left a lasting impression on Vanessa's mind.
Vanessa threw herself into her studies, using her academic pursuits as a shield against the lingering unease of the dream. She excelled in her biology classes, her passion for the subject burning bright. Her professors praised her intelligence and dedication, her classmates envious of her effortless grasp of complex concepts. But a shadow loomed over Vanessa's academic success, the Certified Biology Technician exam. It was a notoriously difficult exam, a necessary hurdle on the path to her dream job at the museum. Vanessa studied tirelessly, her textbooks filled with highlighted passages and scribbled notes. She aced every practice exam, breezed through every study group. Yet when it came to the actual exam, she faltered. 3 times she had taken the exam, and 3 times she had failed. Each failure chipped away at her confidence, leaving her feeling like a fraud, a failure. The weight of her own expectations, the hopes of her family and professors pressed down on her, threatening to crush her spirit.
Despite her setback, Vanessa's determination remained unbroken, but the path to her dreams seemed more daunting than ever. The library had always been Vanessa's sanctuary, a haven of peace and knowledge. She found solace in the hushed whispers of turning pages, the musty scent of old books, and the comforting weight of knowledge surrounding her. But now, even her sanctuary offered little comfort. The looming pressure of the exam, the sting of repeated failure, followed her even into the hallowed halls of the library.
One evening, feeling defeated and lost, I found myself confiding in the library security guard, a kind-faced older woman named Miss DeRoe. She had a quiet wisdom about her, a way of listening that made me feel seen and heard.
As Vanessa poured out her frustrations and fears, Miss DeRoe listened patiently, her eyes twinkling with understanding.
Sometimes it's not about studying harder. Sometimes it's about clearing your mind, making space for the knowledge to settle.
Mr. Rowe went on to tell Vanessa about an old ritual, a mental cleanse designed to break down mental blocks and unlock hidden potential. Intrigued and desperate for a solution, Vanessa listened intently as Mr. Rowe explained the ritual. It was a simple practice involving deep breathing, visualization, and a symbolic cleansing of the mind and body.
Mr. Rowe stressed the importance of intention, of truly believing in the power of the ritual to clear away negativity. As I continued the ritual, I felt a sense of peace settle over me, a calmness I hadn't felt in weeks. The constant chatter of worry in my mind quieted, replaced by a sense of spaciousness, of possibility. For the first time in weeks, I felt a flicker of hope, a belief that maybe, just maybe, I could overcome this obstacle.
That night, Vanessa performed the ritual in her bedroom. She lit a candle, its flickering flame casting dancing shadows on the wall. She closed her eyes, taking slow, deep breaths, feeling the tension drain from her body with each exhale. She visualized a flowing river, its currents carrying away her self-doubt, her fear of failure, her anxieties about the exam. And with that newfound hope, Vanessa felt ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead.
The day of the exam arrived, and I felt a sense of calm I hadn't experienced before. The ritual had instilled in me a newfound clarity, a quiet confidence that allowed me to approach the exam with a clear mind and a steady hand. The questions that had once seemed insurmountable now appeared manageable, even familiar. Years of hard work, my passion for biology, it all clicked into place. Time seemed to both slow down and speed up as I worked my way through the exam. The weight of expectation, the fear of failure, it all faded away, replaced by a singular focus on the task at hand. As I filled in the last bubble on the answer sheet, a wave of relief washed over me.
Weeks later, the email arrived. Vanessa stared at the screen, her heart pounding in her chest. She had been so afraid to check, afraid to face another rejection. But this time, the news was different. Congratulations, the email began. Vanessa had passed. She had finally done it. The news of Vanessa's success spread quickly. Her professors beamed with pride. Her classmates showered her with congratulations, and her family rejoiced. But for Vanessa, the greatest reward was the realization that she had overcome her self-doubt, her fear of failure. She had faced her challenge head-on and emerged victorious.
With the weight of the exam lifted, I applied for the position at the Museum of Natural History. The interview process was nerve-wracking, but my passion for biology, my newly acquired confidence, shone through. I spoke with enthusiasm about my desire to learn, to contribute to the museum's mission of education and conservation.
A few days later, Vanessa received a call that made her heart soar. She had gotten the job. Her dream, the one that had seemed so distant, so impossible, had become a reality. As she hung up the phone, tears of joy streamed down her face. She had done it. She was going to be a biologist. Vanessa's days were now filled with the wonders of the natural world. She worked alongside passionate scientists, learning the intricate workings of ecosystems, marveling at the diversity of life on Earth. She thrived in her new role, her passion for biology growing with each passing day.
Yet, amidst the excitement and fulfillment of my new life, I couldn't shake off the memory of Mr. Rowe and the strange ritual. I had returned to the library several times, hoping to thank Mr. Rowe, to learn more about the ritual that had seemingly unlocked my potential. But Mr. Rowe was nowhere to be found.
The other librarians seemed to have no knowledge of Mr. Rowe, their faces blank when Vanessa inquired about her. It was as if the kind security guard, the woman who had offered such timely guidance, had vanished into thin air. Had she imagined the encounter? Was Mr. Rowe simply a figment of her stressed-out imagination, a guardian angel sent to guide her through a difficult time? Or was there something more at play, something beyond the realm of her understanding? The questions lingered in Vanessa's mind, a constant reminder of the mysterious nature of her journey.
But instead of dwelling on the unknown, I chose to focus on the present. I had achieved my dream, and that was all that mattered. The dream of the storm, the fear of losing my grandfather, it all felt like a distant memory, a fading echo of a life unlived. I had weathered the storm, both internal and external, and emerged stronger, more resilient.
As she walked through the halls of the museum, surrounded by the wonders of the natural world, Vanessa knew that her journey was just beginning, and somewhere, deep down, she couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude for the mysterious Miss Durreau, the woman who had shown her the power of a clear mind and a believing heart.